What's up, guys? Savage Mad Horror here. I got my Texas Chainsaw Massacre mug, and why don't you come have a look at my horror movie room with me? Well, I didn't really know where to start, so I figured I'd start right here with a bit of a fail. This is the back of the door as you come in my room. Um, Now, these are like over the door storage bags. Most people will use them for like slippers or shoes. And I thought, I'd love to get my Anchor Bay clamshell VHS, in there. And yeah, bit of a fail. I mean, it has a bit of a video store aesthetic to it, and you can just sort of walk to it and just pull it out. But as you notice, they kind of flop like that. It's really far from perfect. And so this was an idea that I had, but didn't quite work out. And I used to have a lot more of these Anchor Bay clamshells. As a kid, I'm sort of in the process of trying to get more of them. Up here, we got a couple of things. These are old school NECA figurines, which I kind of prefer these to the new, the new ones. They kind of open like a book, and it's a personal thing. I really like these old school ones, so I'm looking to get like another one here. They used to have like a part two, Jason, so I would love to get that to kind of complete that. Um, let's see. Well, Terrifier Art the Clown. This is very cool. I just got this a couple weeks ago. It's a Spirit Halloween over the door thing. So it's fun, Kind of covers the whole door, and still have the VHS that I'm keeping on here. So, but yeah, there's so many more of these clamshells. I'm just obsessed with these clamshells. As a kid, I think my very first was Evil Dead 2. Was my uncle who gifted that to me for Christmas because my uncle is the best, So, and yeah, looking to get more. So if we transition over here, we have a lot of Funkos, obviously. Half of these are like Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. I'm using a flash, which I know might be a bit annoying with the glare to reflection, but the flash is going to help. It's a bit of a dark room. I'm in the process of adding more lights, but yeah, Treehouse of Horror was another thing, like Goosebumps. It's gateway into the horror genre, right? So I'm still missing a lot of these. There's the Freddy Krueger one I would love to get, right? Obviously, it's Willie, the janitor. So then here we have a lot of Stephen King stuff. Got my two Carrie, a lot of Pennywise, of course. Shining right here, including the Chase Torrance, Jack Torrance here. Little Gizmo plush. I have a few of these. Well, these are all the TV shows. Well, a lot of cartoon, mostly from my childhood. Simpsons, Futurama. Futurama is probably my favorite. It was kind of underrated. I always felt it was better than The Simpsons. And these days, though, they keep making more. They keep bringing it back, and I feel like the quality just isn't what it used to be. But South Park, I'm still a big fan. I have most of the seasons. Love Seinfeld, Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's all good stuff. But the thing with DVDs is that I sold most of mine when my daughter was born about 5 years ago. I sold about 300 DVDs, and those were the movies. And I sort of kept just the box sets and stuff. So we have a bit of VHS here. Again, I used to have so much more VHS as a kid, but you can see like a lot of Stephen King stuff, the Friday movies, Missing Part 6, all the Freddy movies. We get some Halloween, some Scream, Scary Movie. We get some random stuff down here, some more of a late 90s, early 2000s. And Star Trek, cool tapes too, Star Wars, different version of the trilogies. One of my most like valuable DVD set is this, which a lot of people will know as one of the only ways to watch the original trilogy, without all of the George Lucas enhancements and stuff. Just original. So I've always, like I said, I kept a few DVDs. But yeah, the VHS tapes, I'm in the process of trying to get back a lot of the stuff that I had as a kid. Goosebumps, would love to get more tapes. Like I said, that was totally my gateway horror thing. This is one of the DVD box set that I kept. Yeah, it's such a cool set, the Freddy set. We have a few Scream Factory sets, of course, the Jason, Halloween, Chucky, and the Omen, The Fly, Critters, love the Wreck movie, but I still haven't seen part 4. I think I hated part 3 so much, but I have to go back and check out part 4. I hear it's better, though they dropped the found footage aspect. We got some Arrow Video stuff here with Ringu. Love Ringu. Man, a lot of jams in there. Society is insane. If you've loved The Substance this year, you gotta check out Society with that shunting sequence at the end. Just absolute insanity. Audition. Love me some good Japanese horror. And Italian horror, Deep Red, you know. More on that later. But yeah, we have a Stephen King poster here. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but it's very cool. It's got a lot of everything, you know. You can see the Christine car, Carrie, The Shining, the Brady twins. It's got so much stuff. Even The Mist is in there. There's a lot of cool stuff. Very nice artwork. This, my brother-in-law picked this up for me when he was in Maine. So it's from a local artist too who does like Stephen King stuff. So now I'm gonna bring you to the main Funko Pop area, which is pretty insane. Yeah. And each and every single row has a specific theme. As you can tell, the first row here is all Chucky all the way up, except for Bride of Frankenstein up there. But the thing is that you have Bride of Chucky. I figured might as well, you know. Then, you know, we have some slashers, Leatherface. Well, here we have some women of the horror genre. It's kind of funny, but, you know, Norman Bates, Psycho. Bit of a spoiler, but... And then, you know, the Leatherface, Hannibal, Patrick Bateman, American Psycho, you know, Halloween, Freddy. I'm not going to name them all, but we have a full row dedicated to The Evil Dead because it's one of my favorite horror franchises of all time. Well, almost a full row. Anyways, some Conjuring stuff, even though I'm not a big fan of that. I like the 2 James Wan movies directed, 1 and 2, you know, but that's about it. The spin-offs are awful. Yeah, anyways. These days, though, I'm not collecting much Funko. I feel like, I don't know, I don't like the look of them anymore. A lot of them are like, I don't know what it is, rainbow, or they just kind of keep recycling them, putting them out. But the one I really would love to get is an Art the Clown one. They're just so hard to find. They're so expensive. And hopefully we get Sienna eventually, too. But here is the Steelbook area, which, like I said, about 4 or 5 years ago, I sold about 300 DVDs. And I really started focusing on not just Blu-rays, but specifically Steelbooks, like I said. And so it's a bit of a rabbit hole to get down into because, like, Steelbooks can be extremely expensive and hard to get. And, you know, for years, obviously, Best Buy was a key player. These days, it's, you know, I'll find some on Amazon or I'll find some here and there, but it's getting harder, and I've even myself kind of felt like I was losing my interest a little bit. Sometimes I'll just go with like a regular Blu-ray release, you know. So those first like 3 rows, if you will, it's all horror, and then down here we get some fiction. We got Star Wars, Star Trek, Game of Thrones. We got some superhero stuff. Not a lot, but you know. I'm not the biggest superhero fan, but, you know, there's some stuff. And then a lot of action movies. Got some anime. Got some, you know, DBZ, of course. A few kids' movies. Yeah. A couple comedies here. I love me some classic 80s comedy. Airplane, Naked Gun. I grew up on that. That's good stuff. School of Rock. Jack Black. Love it. Yeah. So, these are the Steelbooks. Let's have a look at the gaming area a little bit. Although the gaming area, to be honest, just like the DVDs, I sold all of my vintage retro stuff. And these days, I'm just kind of focusing on the main, you know. So we have Xbox One and Xbox Series S games here. So, as you can see, a lot of horror stuff. I grew up with Silent Hill, Resident Evil. That was my stuff. The older games way back on PS1 or... Yeah, and the GameCube, when I got that, it was amazing. Resident Evil 4. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Mostly horror, that first row here. And then, you know, I play all kinds of stuff. I'm very open-minded when it comes to entertainment. So, love my Resident Evil Funkos here. There's more, though, I'd love to get. But, yeah, love the Bioshock and Big Daddy, Little Sister duo here. And yeah, so these days it's pretty much just like modern games. Unfortunately, all my vintage stuff I sold. But Camp Crystal Lake, little sign there. It's cool. Actually, I'm just gonna try to give you a better view of like the place. But yeah, so you can see the Michael Myers masks. I have pretty much all of the main Michael Myers masks, but I am missing Halloween Ends from the David Gordon Green trilogy, and the Rob Zombie masks, which I know Trick or Treat Studios finally did them. So yeah, eventually it'd be kind of neat to get that. But I am kind of running out of space here. So now here you might think these are records, but these are actually laser discs. So if you know laser discs, very cool format, around the same time as VHS, but they had twice the resolution of VHS. And the screen here was actually my first one. Again, another rabbit hole that I fell into. It's a lot of fun if you want to look it up. Laser discs, they're fascinating. For me, it's just fascinating technology. And so my brother-in-law gave me this for my birthday about a year ago, and I just instantly started getting more of them, and more on Laserdisc in a minute. Ripley, love it. Although this is a little blurry, unfortunately. I still love it. That's a really cool shot from the movie. And Alien is like one of my favorite, well, probably my favorite horror sci-fi movie. Pearl, which was my favorite movie of 2022. If you haven't seen X and Pearl yet, phenomenal movies. Maxine, I was slightly disappointed, a little bit, but overall, I still say it's the best modern horror trilogy out there. Here we have the record area, which, nothing fancy. This is very entry-level stuff. Audio-Technica, LP60, obviously. A lot of people will kind of crap on these, but it's decent. It does the job. It's hooked up to a pair of powered, bookshelf speakers. So, like I said, again, nothing fancy. I'm not a big sticker guy, but I got these as a gift, and I was like, yeah, why not? I'll decorate a little bit. And but yeah, speaking of the record area, well, I collect a lot of, as you guys can see from the videos, a lot of horror movie scores, and so most of these are here. I forgot to show, actually. I have a lot more records in the back, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite things to do. If I can get, record. Jerry Goldsmith, love Jerry Goldsmith. I gotta get that Psycho 2 score, but yeah, love doing that. Love getting horror records, and John Carpenter, love it. Anyway, there's always so much more to get. But yeah, I love doing that. These little videos. Sometimes I'll share with you guys. It's to me, it's just like the music of the horror genre through the years. It's fascinating for me, and I'm a big music guy. And so yeah, hopefully I can keep getting more. There's light on the inside. I'm using the flash on the phone right now, so it may not really make a big difference anyhow. But yeah, little Metallica tribute there. Yep, just close that, and now let me show you the retro area, which yeah, so I got a big CRT to kind of fulfill that fantasy of mine. It's a nostalgic thing, right? That's pretty much what I had as a kid, grew up on VHS, and so it was a lot of fun to get a CRT like that. Let me show you some of the more VHS stuff here. All classic stuff. Saw, man, I gotta get Saw 2. It was one of the last tapes, one of the last tapes released ever. Yeah, because 2006 was pretty much when it ended for tapes, with History of Violence, actually. Viggo Mortensen headers. That was the last one ever released. And speaking of Laserdisc, I did say that I would go back to it. Bit of a rabbit hole, like I said, I fell into, but I've started collecting these over the last couple months, and I got myself an actual Laserdisc player. This is the Pioneer CLD D701. In working condition. I had to kind of fix the belt because the tray wouldn't open, but now it's working, and I've been having a lot of fun with this. And again, CRT TVs it's the way to go if you're gonna do laser discs or even VHS, I feel like, if you want to get the authentic experience. Yeah, so I'm going a little fast, but that's, you know, my wife got me this awesome little Michael Myers, Curse of Michael Myers blanket. So to snuggle up and watch horror movies here. Evil Dead pillow. Got a Shining pillow to kind of match the carpet one. And well, we got some more Funkos. Funkos are everywhere. Oh, this is my pet tarantula. If you can see it well, but anywho. Yeah, I got some metal stuff here with a lot of Iron Maiden. We have a Ghost Funko. And the CDs are unfortunately like really hidden in the back. It's hard to, you know, but they're here. And yeah, I forgot to, here's the Halloween Kills mask that I put on my Michael Myers mannequin. Set that up. I'd love to have more mannequin. If I had more space, dude, I would do an Art the Clown mannequin. But it's a pretty small room, as you can tell, probably. But you know, I try, you know. And then yeah, I forgot about the records. Here we have another record area. We have sort of your heavy metal stuff. You know, I got some classic stuff. I got some like first pressings of like, this is a UK pressing, but it is an original. And yeah, some metal. Down here we have a lot of prog. I love Rush. I love Renaissance, you know, Michael Field, that kind of stuff. King Crimson, big prog guy. Pop, you don't have a lot of it yet. And then there's some hip hop downstairs here, along with CDs and stuff. But yeah, guys, I mean, I think this video is already pretty long. I didn't mean to talk so much. I just wanted to give you a bit of a look at the room. There's still a work in progress, you know, I'll say. But yeah, that's sort of it. And I'm hoping to keep expanding. And for me, it's sort of a museum, if you will. I love collecting. I want to get more tapes. I want to get more laser discs. And just keep, you know, it's my passion. It's what I love. The horror genre, that's what I'm all about. And so, yeah, hopefully this wasn't too boring for you guys. But yeah, let me know what else you'd like to see next. I'd love to do some like, you know, full steel books or, you know, even VHS collections and stuff. I've made a bit of a challenge for myself. And I have a lot of Stephen King tapes coming in through the mail soon. I have a few here, a couple more here. And I'm making this challenge for myself maybe in a month or so. I'm going to like try and get most of the Stephen King tapes that were ever, you know, VHS releases. Because I have a lot of, you know, Blu-rays like The Mist, that was 2007, 1408, that was 2000, you know, so it was after VHS. But yeah, I'm going to try to get most of the Stephen King stuff. And got to get the rest of these Goosebumps, you know. Anyways. All right, guys, that's going to be it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Peace. Take care.